Hi, my name is Elizabeth van der Meer. I'm a spiritual prophet from the Christian tradition. I was born into a family where one half of the family was in technology and it was in combustion engines, and the other half of the family was in the church. So it was a very strange combination, technology and spirituality, or religion as it was back then. I have both in me, in the modern way. In a certain way, I have outgrown traditional religion, but the subject is still very dear to me, and I'm explaining now things from the point of view of Christian spirituality, where I use all kinds of mythology from Europe and the Bible to talk more about symbolism in all these stories and to talk about the backgrounds of all the developments at this moment on the planet and why they are right, why we are right on track and why we are right on time, and that we shouldn't worry about the world. The world will continue to live. The way we live might change a little bit, but the world will stay. And I wish you and I hope for you that you find a new way to go on in life with all these new circumstances and all these new insights. But my subject for today is how you come from the knowledge that you have gathered with your intellect to wisdom. Because knowledge is not the same as wisdom. And what makes the difference is the spark of intuition in between of them. And yes, everybody has intuition, but not everybody has developed it as much as it's possible. And that's what I want to talk about. Because using your intuition beyond all the knowledge that you have will make your life easier, more beautiful, and gives you much more sense. And that's what I grant you, that you have a meaningful life that gives you a lot of satisfaction and that is easy for you. And I don't mean the happy clappy easy, but you can live it with ease and grace. And now back to the subject, intuition. How come it's so hard for people nowadays to connect to their intuition? Yeah, and the first answer is there is not much attention for intuition in our society, our Western society mainly, I'm talking about. I'm European, I'm born and raised in a European country, so I speak from that point of view. And that's different from other parts of the country, but so that you know that and don't take this into account. Intuition is neglected in our society. We have long thought having more knowledge would help us to get a better life. But knowledge is more on the outside. It is aimed at the outside world, and that you learn how things work on the outside world. But what we have neglected over the years, especially the last 50 years, is how does it work on the inside? And how can I make the inside and the outside work together? And there's a word for it from the Bible, and that says, when 2 or 3 are together, and then in my name. But if 2 or 3 are together, so your intuition and your intellect are aligned, you will come to better results. And because from the latest years, the last 50 years, the knowledge was more important, and the intuition is kind of a shy part of you. And it kind of backs away if it is not seen properly. But it's also just a moment, and it needs something else than knowledge does. So that's why it is so difficult if you have used your intellect and your knowledge over the last decades to develop your intuition, because it has hidden itself inside somewhere deep. But you can develop it because it's always there. And, it needs to be acknowledged. And so that you say, yes, I have intuition. I am now going to develop it. What's the difference in approaching knowledge and approaching intuition? Because that's where the difficulty comes from. Knowledge is what you gather. It's active. You get it in. You go somewhere. It may be a book. It may be Google. It may be Wikipedia, whatever. It's somewhere outside. It's active. It's doing. But intuition is just the other way around. Intuition is sitting still, and it is open up for whatever lives in the unseen world, and be passive and let it come to you. In a certain way it is magnetic, whereas knowledge is electric. You get out to grab it. And intuition is passive, sitting still. So don't give yourself hell because you haven't developed intuition. You are here now to learn. And in the coming videos, I will talk more about it, and also about mythology, the Bible, and the life we are about to enter in this great transformation we are going through, and the time thereafter.